ether. A murder in the backdrop of a play featuring a murder cult. How meta can you get? He said, looking knowingly at the camera. I could sense the cult of the word in this, and their leader, Mr. Scratch. Rumored to be Alan Wake, the writer who'd gone missing years before.
The hotel was a perfect setting for a Casey story. I was on the right path. I would start at the entrance lobby. The entrance hall set the room where everyone had come in. The victim, the murderer, the detective. An idea, clear as a vision, waited for me here.
Cool.
I was both solving the crime and creating it, as every writer did.
Can I just say this game's fucking cool? Like, okay, so yeah, the size changes. I mean, I guess it's always been obvious, but like, yeah, the scale is weird. I really love the posters going over each other, and then being real posters. I want these posters as well, like, because these are physical objects that you can have and they can sell. That you can sell these objects. I don't want to.
So, you were the director of this play?
Yeah, that's me. Our performance of the cult was cursed from the pre-show ritual on. The cult is an immersive theatrical experience.
Uh-huh. You're gonna have to walk me through what that means.
That's
Immersive theater.
it is the Bookers, isn't it?
Where the audience can participate, spread across this hotel. The cult is a legend. The only written copy of the manuscript lost, the play is passed on as oral tradition between theater companies. Each company only performs it once.
Oh, that's very.
The play was said to have special power.
Oh, that's the
You were like kids playing with a Ouija board.
King in Yellow.
And when you call for the devil, it will come.
The pre-show ritual. That's it. Set it up. Start from the beginning.
But like, this is the second time I thought that it's because obviously I can't see the Bookers right now. So the thing about the name Booker, obviously it's got the word book in, but a booker is somebody that runs a, wrestling has bookers as well. They call them writers nowadays, but like a booker and a writer is synonymous. You book a show, and especially I did think. I don't understand how it could be the Bookers because the timing of everything, but I guess the timing doesn't matter. I don't know, I can't remember what I was thinking before. Well, we're missing some echoes from Draft 1. I want to know what the song sounds like uninterrupted.
From what I gathered, you grew up nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury. And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say.
Alright, next time I go on break, put that on. What a special game this is.
The story was affecting the scene. Layers upon layers. A play about a murder cult infiltrated by a real murder cult.
One is invited to the pre-show ritual on the board. Yeah, okay. I remembered why. How could the bookers be involved in any of this and then not know enough about what's going on once they get to the town? The mop and bucket aren't always available, so it's probably safe to say that we can switch at any time. Are we still in room... Yeah, because it's probably the name of the murder mystery. Oh, I managed to get it to be different things. Oh, I don't want to save over we seeing... I should have saved over the local goal, shouldn't I? Whatever. Also, yeah, pre-show ritual is clever.
The room at the end of the corridor closed off. It felt significant. Something terrible would happen there.
Something terrible's already happened there. That's all my health gone.
I didn't have the key.
Interesting. What the fuck did that loop around? Is that an echo we haven't got yet? Because in this game, you can very easily just go back and get stuff you've missed. Like if I go here and just... These are things I already accessed. So we've not missed anything here, I don't think. But we probably did miss stuff here? Yeah, I think we missed a load, just all of them. Straight up all of the stuff, somehow. But there's nothing stopping me from just getting it again? That was it. Got loads of time. Where's the final scene? I just realised what it's doing. Alright, fine, we'll go around again. Presumably Spiral is the one we actually want. Well, how do you get it to change? Either way,
The plot changed the details of the world. The prop room had been changed from room 104 to room 225. The troupe were busy building their own Wicker Man, where they themselves would be sacrificed.
okay, hopefully you won't be able to hear the washing going on in there, the dishwasher. It's the shoebox. You know what? I'm gonna let him kill me. Because we literally just quick saved. The symbol's changed again. No, he just doesn't exist anymore, does he? Yeah. Darkness. Are we still in the final scene? And the final scene is there. This is very Silent Hill. Since I have the key to this room, 104, I can change the scene back. Go back to 104. Or it's exactly the same because it's not affected. Okay. Awesome healing. I desperately need, so down for that.
Night Springs, a special place, a shifting space, existing in a countless number of parallel realities. Sometimes a quaint small town, sometimes a hulking metropolis. Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there. And yet, like a half-remembered echo of a fading dream, always familiar to us. These are the stories that take place there. Awe-inspiring, macabre, terrifying, heartbreaking, nail-biting, absurd, and thrilling. Sometimes all of these things at once. A haunting new season of mind-bending episodes written by Alan Wake. I am your host, Orland Orr, and I will see you soon in Night Springs.
It does occur to me that they made a new Twilight Zone with oh, I forget his name. He's comedy double act. He wrote like horror movies specifically, but I don't think the series was great, but his movies are. Damn, my phone's not nearby anymore. It's really annoying. Where did it go? Anyway, I've not actually seen the TV that's from yet. This? That's weird. Mine feels very Max Payne.
I needed the protection of the light.
I know. Does that undo the damage to them? Gonna let him kill me so I don't waste ammo then. Hopefully I still have the grenade. I think I just spent it annoyingly enough. Yeah, I did. That's really annoying.
It was locked from the other side.
Strange. Take it there. I think the symbols are bugged out. Humming. Story is a monster. Show me the horror. Yeah, I feel a bit cheated out of that grenade. First floor. Second floor. Ballroom. Oh, we've seen the ballroom.
The ballroom would be the stage of a key scene in the play.
That guy's still chasing. We want a one key. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies about and not a good way to deal with them. But we can change the ballroom 101's down here. No, it's there. There it is. The grey room's one we haven't visited yet. That's locked. That's locked. No available. I swear I've not actually been in that room there yet though. Yeah, I think it's 223. Two. Why do they keep changing it? Keep your masks on, make it weird. Should I pick up? Hang on, let's go back to... Is that a pick-upable thing? Sometimes these menus. Yeah, sure that. Also, I should have done that one. $209. Cool. 219 and then 2. Oh, okay, we can just do this. Never mind. No, that did not count as a TV thing. Oh, whatever. So yeah, I don't know how long it's been doing that Resident Evil 1 thing where it marks the rooms I've not been to. Really like that. Is that a thing for any of the other maps? I think it might be actually, yeah. It's quite hard to tell with this one. Two is locked. 209 is locked. I have keys to one of those. Oh, and also I never did go into this room. Cool. We need to reload this. Foomp. That's a satisfying noise. Foomp. I don't know how we look at our keys. I'm going to use the quick save though, because it's been a while.
It could not be opened on the side.
Okay, that's... Yeah, it's a different type of lock. 209? Ed 209? Bentley is a puppy? Ah, it might be, because it's, Tim Baker.
Hey, Alan. How's the memory doing?
Sorry, who are you? Kidding. Good to see you, Tim.
You had me going.
What a weird plot point this is. I still think it is because Mr. Door didn't want him to be, like, a part of the story, because he's, like, too important. We already had it, but now it's got his markings on? Yeah. For your safety. Thanks, Tim. I'm gonna look for those as well. Door went missing in 1988. Age has not aged. Longevity not human. Alien magic. Uncle Frank would have known more, but he's dead. Not his real name. Hidden meaning. I'll tell you what. Wallin is a pretty odd name. So it might be an anagram. I need a piece of paper to check it out. I was at the morgue. I was about to give evidence. Okay, we saw this bit already. What is this place? A dream feels like a nexus. Okay, yeah. Wallin. I think a couple of people appeared while I was off for like a minute. It was really annoying. Anyway, I couldn't find like an anagram or anything like that. But hey there, Tim.
Cozy place you got here.
You know, your disappearance from Bright Falls is still the only thing that folks talk about. Well, that and Deerfest.
Did you know
Where you ended up back in 2010?
You know about that?
I am the sheriff of Bright Falls. Or I was.
Yeah, what about Sarah? You're related to Sarah, right? Oh, hang on. Oh.
Are you related to Sarah Breaker? She was the sheriff of Bright Falls back in 2010.
Yeah, she's my cousin. I had a police sketch made of Door based on my dreams. I sent it around and Sarah recognized the face from an old case file from the 80s. I moved out there to look into it and became sheriff after she left to join the feds.
Oh, she's in the feds. Oh, is she in the when we say the feds, do we mean the FBI or do we mean the control?
So Deerfest is still a thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's bigger than ever. You know, I got zapped here right before it was about to happen.
Funny, me too. What was in the case file about Door?
Not a lot of details in it. A local man named Warland Door went missing near Cauldron Lake. Eyewitnesses claim he was struck by a bolt of lightning and just vanished. I never found any official records of a Warland Door living in town or anywhere. Another dead end.
Tim Breaker. Make the television move. I think that's everything for this floor. Apart from these two things that I should investigate. I'll be a little bit more diligent about. Oh, hello, Heisenthal. How do I get there? What's in there? No, I'm not interested, Ghost. Okay, no. Not wanted here. Oh, not you, Heisen. You're welcome. Of course. Alan, close the door. Alan, close the door. Okay. Actually, no. Closing the door helps her. Hey, hello. How did I miss? Oh, that's how I missed it. That was some crappy shooting, John. There we go. You've never heard of Alan Wake? My God. Have you heard of Max Payne? Oh, there it is. No, not the movie, I mean the computer game. Okay, I think I missed a word of war. Oh, they've been around since... So, the original Max Payne game, have you heard of Bullet Time? Specifically, like obviously in movies, bullet times from The Matrix. But have you heard of bullet times in games? Okay, bullet time is a thing from Max Payne where you press a button and suddenly the world is in slow motion, so you can shoot like 7 people before they get to do anything. That one's going to happen the most often. Yes, but it's you only get it for like 15 seconds at a time. So when Max Payne invented that, essentially, you press a button and you dive in, and every move it's an old game because it's from like 2001, Max Payne. But Max would dive in slow motion and you could twirl around and shoot everyone in the room. And that was the entire gameplay, basically. Every single room you had to dive into and shoot some mobsters. But, I mean, to even explain Alan Wake, I'd have to explain 20 years of Remedy games. But, yeah, I've been a big fan of them. I played all their games on day one, basically, because I've always been a huge fan of Remedy. But it looks like they've hit something special here, considering everyone's talking about it. Okay, what else? What have I not done? That room, I don't think I can get to there because that's a stairwell, isn't it? So I'd need to find that stair. So we're going to go back to the first floor. Well, while we're walking around, so Max Payne is a police officer. At the start of the game, he's just a beat cop. He's got a wife and child, and he's got his friend. His friend's called BB. He's got a couple of friends he drinks with. One of them's BB, and they're like, "No, you should become like a special agent." And he's like, Max Payne's like, "Nah, fuck that. That sounds really stressful." Anyway, his wife and child gets murdered by a bunch of drug addicts. They are hopped up on a drug called V. They spray paint V. And so you play out that in a nightmare. Right at the very start of the game, the first scene is a nightmare. Oh, also the gimmick of Max Payne 2001 is that there's all these comic panels. They couldn't afford cutscenes, so it was all comic panels with somebody in a gruff voice going, "The sun set with a practiced bravado." It's all purple prose. It's all like film noir pastiche. I'm not going to go through the entire plot, but the point of Max Payne is he's trying to figure out essentially the mystery of what the hell happened to his wife. See, it jumps ahead a couple of years. He's a special agent now, tracking a robbery. You see, the Valkyrie Corporation is about to have a bunch of bullion stolen from them. It's not bullion, fucking stocks. And Max Payne is framed for the murder of his partner. There's 3 of them. I can't remember his partner, so you can probably guess it's BB did this. Anyway, where are we going? We are going to the first floor. We'll be back here in a second. What's this question mark? So, eventually, Max gets caught up in the mob while he's trying to, figure out what the fuck happened with that robbery and why he's been specifically framed. There's this insane mob boss who's really into the drug V. He keeps saying the phrase, "the flesh of fallen angels." He gets caught up with the mob boss's wife, who's called Sax, not Mona Sax. Her twin sister's called Mona Sax. You see, because she's going to die. We're going to kill the mob boss in an epic boss fight. And then Mona, her twin sister's going to turn up. But we get caught by the mob. We have a horrible dream again. And this time we see the murder. We never see the murder of the wife. We only see the bodies. But now all the scenes are elongated. It's all weird and... we see scenes that weren't there before. Anyway, Mona Sax, the twin sister, is secretly assassin. The plot of the actual game is that your wife secretly found out about a conspiracy from the government, specifically with the Valkyrie Corporation to make a military drug for super soldiers. But it just made him crazy, and that's where the drug V came from. And they murdered his wife because she found out. And you only find that out because you're fed V, and you play your wife's murder a third time, and in a hallucination you get to read her diary, and if you miss that diary, you miss that plot point. But there's a bit in that game, and this is the important bit, where Max walks into a room and he sees the comic panels. And bear in mind, he's having a drug hallucination, and he's like, I'm in a computer game. It's the worst thing I can ever imagine. It's series of guns and bullets, loadouts, and constant diving into rooms. Max, you're in a comic book. Because there's this like weird... Because then you go, oh, we're not playing Max Payne's story. We're playing his nightmare. That it's a computer game. Because if it's happening to you, it's not a cliche. Are we on the first floor? We're not. I did not. Max Payne 2 is much sort of similar thing. The story carries on. Alan Wake 1. The implication is that Alan Wake is a famous writer. He's got writer's block. He wrote about this famous detective called Alex Casey. It's blatantly Max Payne. So this guy wrote Max Payne. And in the story of Max Payne 1, his wife takes him to a place called Bright Falls. Okay, I can hear enemies, and this does not pause the game. Because he's got writer's block to see but it turns out there's a magical lake, and everything any artist makes near the lake comes true. And so the entire story of Alan Wake 1 is there's this thing called the Dark Presence that's essentially kidnapped his wife. And he misses a week. We find out much later on that the Dark Presence wants to write itself into the real world using this magical lake. And Max Payne figures that halfway through because it turns out there's this poet called Thomas Zane that this happened to in the 70s. And Thomas Zane might have written Alan Wake into existence because he wrote himself out of existence. But the point is, the magic requires you to earnestly write something. You can't just write, I win. It has to follow the rules of a book. So he has to write a horror story where the creature almost comes to life, but he defeats it at the last second. So like the entire game is you like it escalating and escalating. And then eventually you realise that Thomas Zane wrote this thing called the Clicker. There's a night... Alan Wake turns out he's afraid of the dark, and his mum gave him a light switch. So yeah, he has to... The rules have to obey the rules of fiction. So basically, by the end of the game, you realise that Barbara Jagger was Thomas Zane's girlfriend, but like she died, she drowned in the lake and came back up the Dark Presence who tried to trick him. And the same thing sort of happened again to Alan Wake. But at the end of the game, he has to get his wife free, he has to put himself in a dark place. And that's where we are right now. We're in a weird separate dimension called the Dark Place. I don't know if I've done a great job of explaining that. Have you heard of a game called Control? Before Control, so all art, by the way. So there's also this band called the Old Gods of Asgard. So if we go... So Control is in the same universe. That helps a lot. So this is horror. This is a lot... So I would say the first game was more supernatural, but this is definitely horror. So There's a band called the Old Gods of Asgard, and they were around in the 70s, and so all the songs they've ever written have also come true, because everything, all art created does eventually come true. There's a... It's sad you missed... There's a bit in Control where you go through the ashtray maze, and the Old Gods of Asgard plays there, and it's the plot to Control. And the implication is they wrote that in the 70s. So, like, there's no start and no end, because people keep writing each other in. But, like... Earlier we met a guy called Tim, and Tim is the same actor as a guy called from the game Quantum Break, which is a weird time travel game. But because, like, because of the weird rules of Alan Wake and Control, it might be canon, but it's not allowed to be canon because Quantum Break's owned by Microsoft. Max Payne can't be canon because it's owned by the people that make Grand Theft Auto. But, you know, Max Payne's not in this game. He's called Alex Casey. That's completely a different guy. Anyway, I've done a crap draw. This is Mr. Door, who may be Mr. Hatch from Quantum Break in this. But yeah, this is Alan Wake 2. So this is 13 years later. He's been trapped in the dark place for 13 years. This is the dark place. This is the top of the cabin. Cabin was never this big before, but it's also an upside down boat because we're underwater and metaphors and stuff. So if I tried to leave this room, we're really here. He's projecting himself into the dark place. Where are we going? Room 101, isn't it? Did we just walk into room 101? Yes, we did. We want to make sure we actually pick everything up. It's taken a lot of lessons from Resident Evil 2 Remake. I was talking to Luke about that, and I was like, wow, I'm surprised, like, loads of people didn't steal from that, because surely that was, like, a really big deal. And then he said, yeah, not even Resident Evil stole from that. Like, they just changed it afterwards, which makes me sad. But, like, it's, yeah, there's a lot from... What are we doing here, then? But yeah, this gets quite horrific. What's that? It's an echo. Oh, we should get the echo. Oh, we can't because we don't have access to the hallway. But it's both horror and supernatural, and it's weird meta. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, we have the final scene, the ballroom, but we've not collected. I feel like we're missing an item. We are. Investigate the rehearsal room. Oh. Where's that? 219 to 202. We don't have the key to 202 though, do we? Where's 219? Okay, Boom 101 gave us nothing. How far goes, guys? Oh, I completely forgot about this bit. Alright, that makes sense. So, yes, gameplay wise, we can take a light and we can put it somewhere else, and it will change the scene. There we go. We have a new scene.
Gathered before the play. This is where it began.
Oh, so we've opened 202. Cool. That was weird. What happened there? Okay, it really wants us to go to the plot board. So because Alan Wake is a writer, we can go to this rehearsal room and we can apply the first... We can change it so it's the pre-show ritual.
My writing was affecting reality. Another vision. Another idea.
Why set up a play in a hotel? Why this hotel?
Because the rent is cheap? No. The ocean view was perfect for this. It's said to be haunted. Dark stories about murder, death, suicide. Supposedly, an actual cult once performed an unspeakable ritual to summon something in the ballroom. Did we summon the same thing? We have to dispute the